sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for, and take it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, man, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat? In every meeting with reporters this week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Montgomery running right. Montgomery a 1st down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
1st and goal, a good chance for our 1st touchdown of the new season. Montgomery. And he is is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Jacobs now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. The connection made, it's Graham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
65.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
What's up?
Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights. And it will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. 21-yard line. Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Here's Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards. 1st down, Bears. Our score after 1. 7-7. Play action. It's Fields. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action, Fields. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run pass.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by Waller out left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Well, a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A huge play there for Chicago. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. To throw is Garoppolo. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
You think about the strong safety position. You know, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
Garoppolo now. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And his throw here is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw.
He'll look downfield for Waller. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
To throw is Fields.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Reception here by Ruggs.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 75 yards. And the Raiders come right. Score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Austin McGinnis out for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Carter.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Fields. That's complete to his running back, Carter.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
on snap. Fields.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Fields.
They'll find Goodwin here on the right side.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. A give. This is Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Man open, it's Goodwin.
And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Well, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st down, Montgomery.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps, a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See, if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
One play action, Fields.
Making the catch is Sternberger. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen.
And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
14-yard line.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On play action, now Garoppolo.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Powers through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders.
On 3rd down, it's very
very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders have moved out in front. The point after is good. They will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
And off comes to Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he will have the Bears' first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Off play action, Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw. Open man is Connect, the tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Now the point after try for Santos. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that'll allow...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Garoppolo to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate?
This is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Chicago, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.